muted you for a second. What is good, guys? We are back. Today we are live. We are live on, I think, almost everything today, honestly. I think we're live on YouTube. I'm going to go check that. I'll let Paul open up what's going on so I can go make sure that our video's going on.
We're live on Kick too. All of them. All of them.
We had some technical difficulties, but we're using a streaming thing called Riverside. For some reason, they decided to go berserk on us and screw everything up. And after trying to talk to technical support and everything like that to try to get it all situated, for some reason they were giving me an issue, and I used to use StreamYard, so that's what we're back. But I need to make sure that our video-wise up. Video's working here, buddy. Video's working here. Had to go back to the good old StreamYards here. So we're back.
Pardon my cough, and I'm still a little sick, but we're going to power through because we've missed quite a few days of absolute madness in the free agency. Some wild valued contracts that we're going to discuss. Before we get into any of that, I found something cool. I found the Patriots schedule up on a game basis, and since you're the biggest Patriots fans around, Nick,
we don't have a full schedule yet. We just have what teams are playing this year.
Well, that's what I mean. So I'm going to go down this list, and I'm going to have you, with knowing what you know about this team so far, including with free agency, before we talk about it, give me the wins and losses. I want to give you the team. You're gonna rattle off L or W.
Well, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you right now. I already predict that's going 10-7.
10-7. Well, let's see which games you give us the win, which ones you give us the loss. First game on the clock, Bills. First game against them, Bills. We play them twice.
Ooh, first go around, loss.
And that one that I pulled that I was speaking on first was in New York. So that was the in New York one.
I think we don't win on the road this year. I think that we win at home.
Interesting. Next game on the docket, Soldiers Field, Chicago.
We're gonna beat them.
You're gonna beat the Bears. They're making some improvements. We'll talk about. Next one, you're going to Detroit, Michigan, and playing the Lions.
If the Lions played anything as bad as they did last year, that's gonna be a win.
Here, a lot of away games so far. You're going into Kansas City and playing the Chiefs.
If they don't have Mahomes by the time we roll through there, that's a dub too. So that's at 3 wins.
So you're at 4. Chicago, Bills, Detroit, and Kansas. Because you said you think you're gonna split with the Bills most likely.
All right, so
4. Four losses, and then actually 4-1, so 1-4. All right, next game, you're going into Inglewood, California, playing the Chargers.
I think we'll lose to the Chargers this time around.
This time around, lost to Chargers in California, so we're at 1-5. And I'll look at too hot.
No. We're 4-2. For
what? You didn't get a win yet. You only got one win for the Buffalo game. Which one else did you say they're beating? You said the Chiefs?
The Chiefs, and then I said we're going to beat the Bears.
Oh, yeah, you said the Bears. So actually, we'll be on Buffalo loss and Detroit loss and California loss. So you're actually 3-3.
I said if we're gonna beat Detroit if they play any way that they're playing.
All right, so then Detroit loss, Bears loss. That's 2 losses. Well, 2 wins. 2 wins.
Hold on. Are you listening to me, buddy? Listen, we're gonna beat the Bears, beat KC, we're gonna beat Detroit, and we're gonna beat the Bills with split. That's 4.
Right. So 4 wins, and then you got 4-2. Right, all right, so we got Miami Dolphins. Listen, I'm sick. I'm on NyQuil. You got the Miami Dolphins.
We're beating them both games.
Both games makes it what, 6-2. All right, then you're going back to Foxborough. They're saying against the Jets and Geno Smith.
We're gonna beat both Jets games, so we're gonna be 8 now.
Well, here comes the toughie, Denver, healthy Bo Nix. Coming into Gillette.
Losing.
Into Gillette, they're taking it. Raiders, all the updates they've made to the roster. They're coming to Foxborough.
That's what we're going to get our 9 win. We're 9-3 right now.
And all right, Green Bay's coming to Foxborough.
Losing to Green Bay, 9-4.
Now this one's going to be a good one. You should get this win, I'm assuming. Minnesota Vikings.
Lose.
You're gonna say lose in Foxwoods? In Foxborough? Not Foxwoods.
If because I guarantee you right now, and he's still out there. I'll wait for my hot take for one of those hot takes that we got coming up for different people that are still out there. But if they get a quarterback, they're one quarterback away with their defense being as good as they are. Now listen, dude, they could have beaten us last year and they didn't because they didn't have a quarterback. That game
Odds
was
are
close.
heavy favorite is Kyler Murray to land there.
Yeah, look, if they get Kyle Murray, they're not. They're gonna get. You think they're
gonna go back to Cousins?
I can't say it right now, but yeah, that's what I was gonna go with. But if not, they're gonna get Aaron Rodgers.
All right. Then you have Jacksonville Jags and Florida.
Win.
They're going to win. So you're actually at 11 if you beat.
I'm at 10.
Oh yeah, 10 right now. Chose loss to the Vikings, but
I'm at 10.
The Vikings one. I'm going to give you a 50-50. Could go on either way.
That's for yours, but for me, it's a loss.
Pittsburgh Steelers coming to Foxborough. Your boys
again.
I think you might have to go to that one. I have a feeling that's going to be the coldest game of the year too.
They're coming here again.
Yeah, they're playing. They're playing again. And then you have at least this. Obviously, the dates aren't here yet, but on this schedule, the last one on the bucket here, you got the Seattle Seahawks Super Bowl champions
again.
You think you're not going to get one back on it? Well, it is in Seattle. It is in Seattle. So that's your schedule. You got what? 10
and 7.
10 and 7. You think 10 and 7? I don't know. It's a lot of. They went pretty high last season. You don't think they're going to pull it out?
No, because you got to think though. You got a tougher schedule this year. I still think that you lose 7 games, and you still get a wild card spot because you're definitely not going to compete with Buffalo this year to try to get the East again. That's for damn sure. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. We could argue about this all we want, but I promise you one thing is that we are going to lose 7 games, and at the least it will be 8, and we'll end up at 9-8. And then if we end up at 9-8, we don't make the playoffs.
Oh, let's hope they don't lose the playoffs the second round about, like they don't get in, because that'd be kind of disheartening. But with that said, before we get into any more discussion about teams and what we think is going to happen, we're going to jump right in because I have found a good website here through NFL Free Agency Tracker that breaks down by conference. So let's bust down through the East real quick and see who's got who, see if you got any thoughts on some. I can tell you right now, if the first team that shows up is Buffalo Bills, and I'm a little disheartened that the Patriots didn't make this trade for DJ Moore and let the Bills just walk in and get him. I think that was a good trade for Moore. I think they gave. Oh
no, I still think they could have got more for DJ Moore. I think Chicago
that's what I'm saying. So
part of the deal. Buffalo won that part of the deal 100%, but Buffalo knew that they were going to swindle them, and they were hoping that Chicago took it, and Chicago took it, and they called it a day.
My thing is, if you're the Patriots, you see a trade like that happen, you didn't make the phone call, you didn't have any interest in DJ Moore. Like, dude's pretty solid hot when he's got a good quarterback. I'd say that much when they used him. But I don't know. I feel like the Patriots miss out on a lot of the easy trades or a lot of easy ones, and it's almost like, did you make the call? Did you even ask? Did you say, hey, what are you looking for? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I feel like that was a missed shot by the Pats to then walk away with, who we got, Romeo Dubins, who I'm not really thrilled about. He's going to be a red zone guy. He was a red zone guy for Green Bay. So, I mean.
I just think that, getting somebody who's concussion prone, and when you don't have a number 1 wide receiver, even really a solidified number 2 wide receiver, and you let Diggs go, I do think that Diggs ends up back here. I'm sorry to say it. And many people could argue with me all you want. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know if you're in the chat right now because I still haven't figured out like how comments come through here. So we'll see how that works.
You can have someone type something.
Oh, I can't. Never mind. Never mind. It is all destinations go here. Yeah. All right. So that's cool. I like this a lot better already anyways.
I mean, like I said, though, my thing is a lot of people, I think it'd be stupid for the whole Diggs thing to come back here. If that's the case, they should have just said, hey, Diggs, you're going to end up here anyway. Let's talk a deal here. What's going to take?
No, here's why I think that is because he wouldn't restructure with us, right? Which is fine. They didn't want to restructure. He didn't want to restructure. He didn't want to do whatever. But at this point, it's more like go see who's going to give you more money than you think that you're going to get. And then you don't get it.
What do you do? So what if you do if he comes back? So now you have Dobbs, Diggs, Booty, Douglas, Mac Hollins.
You go to camp.
Like
you go to camp and you have people play.
I don't think you can release
they're gonna
all
be
as
fighting
much
for a
as you paid
spot.
him when you first got him. That's my thing. Like the ones who are going to be on the block is going to be Booty, Williams, and Douglas, the younger guys. All right, so that's a scamola right there. That was a bad one.
Get out of here with your scam.
I will have to figure that part out, how to get rid of those, but that'll be something to work on in the next cast. No scams in here. I guess that came from the kick side.
Yeah, so it's fine. It's there. It's all
good. And you got, Buffalo re-signed their center. Not surprising. They got Bradley Chubb, which I thought the Patriots were going to try to take a stab at him again because he's been rumored to come this way for quite some time. So a little bit shocked they didn't. If he was a free agent, which it looks like he was. It was a pretty cheap deal.
Bradley Chubb was one of the ones that got cut from Miami.
Mm-hmm. And now for my biggest hot take of the entire free agency. We're moving on to Miami.
You got a lot of hot takes.
Here's my biggest one, I feel like, because a lot of people aren't going to like this. Malik Willis was overpaid. 100% overpaid. Absolute garbage. You're giving him 67.5, which
he 100% was overpaid, dude, because he has the GM and one of the coaches that took over as the head coach over in Miami that was in Green Bay. So no shit. They wanted their guy. They wanted to make sure that they were going to get their guy, so they overpaid his ass.
Hell yeah. And my thing is so a lot of people are just saying, too, this is just another Tua. It's basically what you got. You got another Tua. You got another version of Tua. You got someone who's coming in with probably little to no weapons. They re-signed a tight end. They added tight end Ben Sims. They picked up Josh Uche and kicker Zane Gonzalez. That's the Miami synopsis.
I like Josh Uche. I wish we never let him go last year, but that was no here or there. But
Patriots, listen, we're on them next.
Listen, dude, right? So you got to look at it this way. Malik Willis he had some time in Tennessee.
But he didn't have real starter time. He didn't have like full.
He was the starter for like a year in Tennessee, and then they decided they wanted to go out and get the dude who likes the coffee and mayonnaise in the coffee.
We don't say his name. We don't say his name. He's banned. He's Voldemort. Basically, you're not saying this guy's name. I don't think he should have ever touched the NFL soil. I don't think anyone should have drafted.
I don't even remember his name, so
I know what it is. That's why I'm not saying it.
So he goes and moves on to Green Bay. He had a couple starts at Green Bay when Jordan Love was hurt, and they like him. I don't think he's a bad quarterback. I just think that everybody in Tennessee after Mike Vrabel left got shafted because they didn't know how to handle the situation.
Yeah, I'm still not signing him to 67. I'd sign him to a one-year deal. Say, hey, we're going to see what happens. You do good, we'll sign an extension.
That head coach is going to live and die with that quarterback. So you got to think about it this way. They give him the money, thinking that it's going to work out, and that this head coach and this GM were so high on him that they bring him in, give him the money, and that if he doesn't do what they're supposed to do and the team goes down the drain, they're just going to fire both the head coach and GM.
Dude, my thing is, though, if you ask me, this is what I hate about football because I don't understand it enough for this part, but you just cut all these people, dead cap space. Where's the penalty?
They owe a lot of money.
So where are they pulling $67 million out of their ass cheeks for, to hand this quarterback?
Dude, look at it this way, right? The dead cap money now that it's there is gonna just hinder them for the next. I think Tua signed that 2 years ago, so they still get the dead cap money for 2 years based off of him, and then they still have dead cap money from firing the head coach, which is obviously that doesn't go towards their player cap, but you're still paying your head coach. Now he goes and teams up with
OC, I think now
John Harbaugh, and he's now going to get paid probably like league minimum. But probably that they don't get paid because they're still getting paid from another team. I don't believe that bullshit. He's still going to get something.
And here comes your beloved New England Patriots, which I do have a hot take for because I don't care. I want them to feel my wrath. I don't even care about the tight end. I'm looking at one guy that I'm like, I understand why you did it, but why are we paying that much fucking money to this position that no one really uses in fucking football anymore? They got a fucking fullback for no fucking reason other than a block, basically. Dude,
that's what it is for. Do you realize?
No, I understand that no one else has any. They have like
everybody has a fullback. It's called a tight end.
No, that's
called a tight end. It's called your third string tight end. Listen, right? I will say one thing to you right now. Anytime that the New England Patriots have been anything relevant under McDaniels is we had a fullback, and the last real fullback that we had was James Devlin.
Also, if you're McDaniels and you know how to go into a halftime meeting and formulate a new plan instead of coming out second half and looking like the same fucking team.
We weren't even gonna try in that fucking Super Bowl. Don't even get me started.
Draymond Jones, 3-year, $39.5.
He's not a bad pickup. He is an upgrade from Chase on.
6 hours ago, they got Kevin Byard, safety.
Yes,
1 year 9.
We actually, there's another one too. We got a safety before that earlier in the day too.
Injury-prone offensive lineman, Elijah.
He has high ceiling if he can stay on the field.
Well, that's the problem. It's an O-line. You can't afford to have someone who's not going to stay on the field right now this season.
No, but you move Williams over to center where he's supposed to be. That's what you drafted him for, and you put him at guard, which he shouldn't have been at guard. So, therefore, that's what I don't get too. Like I don't care. I don't know who's watching this out there in the world right now, but I'm telling you right now, if you're a New England Patriots fan, I'm born and raised in New England. Okay, I'm telling you right now, Will Campbell is not a tackle, and he will be a guard. He might not be a guard this year. He might not be a guard next year. Okay, but I'm telling you right now, that guy is going to be an all-pro guard, and he's not going to be an all-pro tackle, and I promise you that.
Well, then we'll see if it changes. A lot of people said, what was it? One of the football greats was saying they could fix him. So we'll see when he returns to camp.
But I don't care. You can go work out with him. Right? I forget who it was, but I know he's the tackle. I think he is for the Saints. Okay, you can go ahead and work out with him all you want. I don't give a shit. He's got small arms. He's not a tackle.
So what happens if he comes in this season? He fucking looks tremendous, just fucking unstoppable.
He will shut me up. He will shut me up. I'll tell you that right now. I will admit that. I'll be the first one to admit that I was wrong.
They go back in and they win the ball on the hands of Will Campbell.
You know what, bro? I'm going to tell you one thing right now. You got yourself a guard. Great. You needed a guard because you're moving him over to center. Your guard over to center, right? Because that whatever. But you have yet really to say that you needed another wide receiver to go out and get that in case Romeo Doubs goes down. And all you're doing right now is building your defense. Yes, there was holes in the defense that I agreed on that they are addressing right now that I hope that the people that they're bringing in to address that are going to help out.
I still haven't seen the biggest one on the block that we should be talking about. What are we waiting for on Gonzo? What are they waiting for?
They're not going to extend Gonzo. I'm going to tell you right now. Here's my hot take.
They have a lot of angry fans.
I said this to Tim already. If we're going into the season, mid-season, and we're just shit in the bed, right? We're not going to hit that 10-7 like I thought we were going to do. He's going to end up getting traded at the deadline, and we're going to get a first-round pick for him in return. Yeah, maybe not.
I'll take him. With
I know you would. But this is what I'm telling you, right? This is what I tried to tell people, right? The Super Bowl would have got more out of hand if it wasn't for Gonzo. Gonzo had stopped a lot of big plays. If you don't pay this guy and you let him walk, you're going to be like every other Patriots fucking head coach.
I'll tell you right now, they can't let him walk. They got to get something for him. So that's the biggest.
That's what I'm saying. If you let him walk, that you're the dumbest people in the world. But we are now going to sit here, right? We're going to be coming up to OTAs and stuff like that, and mini camps coming up in a month or so. And at that point, if you don't see him at camp, you're going to see him hold out when it comes to your summertime when he shows up to training camp and he's not there and he wasn't in camp for your OTAs, your mini camp. He's going to hold out and he's going to ask for a lot of money at that point. If you shouldn't extended him last season before the season went in and he fucking balled out. Yeah. Sorry.
Now we're going to move on to the team in our conference and the Patriots conference that had the most amount of moves thus far. It looks like they're trying to do something, even though we all know this franchise is not known for doing anything. The lovely old New York Jets, the best team on the planet for so many people. And I'm sorry for your fan base. If you know a Jets fan, reach out, hug them, hold them tight.
So here's what's going to happen. Before I let you go ahead and you get at it, right, bro? I'm gonna let you know one thing only right now. You went out got Geno Smith. You traded for Geno Smith, and he throws everything over his head.
Yeah.
All his receivers' heads, right? He's going to overthrow everybody, but I'm going to let you go. Break it down for us.
All right. Geno Smith, which we just talked about, they got pretty much nothing for him. The Raiders just like, here you go, take him. We ain't got nothing to do with him. They got a 26 sixth-round selection pick. Poor Breece Hall. Free my man Breece Hall. Free him. Send him where he needs to go. Franchise tag.
They're not going to free him, bro. They're not.
Slapped him. They said, "Hey, you so good. Here's a tag on the worst team possible." Jelani Woods, tight end, re-signed for a free agent deal team. They had offensive guard Dylan Parham signed a 2-year contract. Edge rusher Kingsley Enigbar signed a 1-year.
I don't know how anybody wants to sign in New York. Anyways,
Yep.
That's the funny.
Well, they had a day. Edge Joseph Osai signed a 3-year deal. Defensive lineman David Oyamada, Vondre Sweat was being acquired in a trade with the Titans in exchange for edge rusher Jermaine Johnson. Demario Davis, linebacker, signed a 2-year. Nashon Wright, cornerback.
I wonder where they got all this money. First off.
Oh, also, I forgot to mention a quick brief on the Patriots because it's probably going to come up later. Chase on signed with the Commanders for a 1-year deal, 12.
I did. I saw that.
Safety Dane Belton signed a 1-year deal, and they're acquiring Mika Fitzpatrick from a trade.
I did. I saw that. I was very surprised that they're trading him to the Jets.
Yep, and he's going to sign a 3-year, $40 million extension with the Jets. And at some point, when you're signing people with the Jets, it's got to be the money. Or
no. Here's what I'm saying. You're Miami. You're Miami. You have to see him twice a year.
Yeah, but also imagine this: you're a Patriots guy. You can't get anyone to come to fucking New England, but the Jets can get that many people going in one fucking swing of a day or two.
You can get people to come here. You're just not going after them.
Exactly, and you're not paying them. All right, so let's get to the controversial team that everyone wants to have a hot take at, and everyone's pissed about, and you know exactly who I'm talking about: the good old Ravenclaws. All right, we're gonna talk about the sleaziest shit they did.
I sent you today?
Oh yeah, they did some sleazy shit. They did re-sign quarterback Tyler Huntley. That was a given. Offensive lineman John Simpson, and then they signed edge rusher Trey Hendrickson to a 4-year, $112 million, $60 fully guaranteed, all because they knew Max Crosby's injury. They knew about the surgery. They knew about all that stuff, and they backed out when the physical wasn't passed, which they knew wasn't going to pass. And I guarantee you, which everyone says is the true rumor, the agent of Trey Hendrickson called and said, "Hey, let's play for the Ravens, and he won't cost you 2 first-round picks." And bada bing, bada boom, what do you think happened? They signed on the dotted line.
Yeah. Dude, you knew he wasn't going to pass the physical due to his knee surgery and everything. Me being a guy myself playing football and I've had my share of multiple injuries while still playing, you don't just bounce back. Like he had it late in the season, sometime in January after the season when they told him he had to sit out and he wanted to play through the pain. So therefore, you should know that regardless of being almost 2 months out, even though it was just a meniscus tear, you're not fully ready to go. That still takes you anywhere between, I would say 2 to 3 months before you're really back to it and you're going to go. But he would be ready for minicamp and OTAs, and you're just sitting there like, yeah, we're going to go get Trey Hendrickson now. I'm going to send him back to Oakland.
Long story short,
they're not Oakland anymore. My fault.
Long story short, if you're a Ravens fan, fuck you. Your team's sleazy. Sorry, I'm going to say it. Your team's sleazy.
Yeah, it's like an unwritten rule that you do that.
Yeah,
you don't do that.
Other story on the news here, and my question, this is going to be a mid-season thing as well, like we were talking about with Gonzo. Seeing as how the Bengals have had yet again another quiet free agency here, it's absolutely mind-boggling to me. They have not looked for any offensive line solutions. I know there's not probably going to be a lot of them out there right now this offseason that are worth like the big money to help Burrow get protected. I'm sensing a halfway season meltdown of the Bengals if Jamar Chase wants out. Burrow's like, hey, I can't take this abuse. Where can you send me? Just please do something. Like there's been rumors of my Rams getting ready to gear up to take Joe Burrow somehow, some way in a trade and move on to Burrow.
I love that you think that's happen.
Hey, it will happen. Listen, you know what? You sent me the video. Everyone sent me the video of Rams with the first-round pick when they're just standing there looking at the first-round pick, and they go,
"It's not going to happen. It's not. I promise you." And here's why I think that, right? Listen, right?
Super teams.
You would have to do something crazy in order to get them. Like send like 3 first-round picks, right, or something like that.
The Rams will do it.
Yeah, because they don't keep first-round picks. Exactly. But that's the problem with you guys, that you guys think that first-round picks just solve everything for you guys to go get somebody.
To trade people, absolutely.
No, but you're going to have to give them something. Like, you're going to have to send them Spencer Bennett or something. And you guys know you guys don't want him anyways. Exactly. Or Jimmy Garoppolo or something.
Garoppolo's been released.
Oh, you guys released him?
Yeah, he's gone.
I didn't see that.
They cut him.
Whatever, but still. But still, you would have to give them like Stenson Bennett or something like that in order to go out there and be like, "Hey, you go. We're gonna give you 2 first-round picks and a quarterback. I
Before
need Joe Burrow."
before we get to the second best team in the NFL, which is going to be truly funny when I tell Nick, because he already knows who it's going to be. I hope so, because he knows which division we're in right now. We're in the AFC North. Before we get into the second best team in the
Second
NFL,
best team.
it's a joke. It's obviously backwards, and it's not one of the best teams, so you should know who it is going to be next. But before we get into that, we're going to go ahead and throw a little bit of sponsorship review here on Comfort. You know, up in that right-hand corner, you see the logo. Thanks to StreamYard allowing us to actually put that up there. And that's the code I adjusted so that way there it takes you to the link, get you 15% off. Nick's got quite a few sets. As soon as I have some extra money, I'm going to be getting quite a few more sets. And
I got 3.
Repping them on these podcasts a lot more. Obviously, with only one in rotation for me, I don't have them on the time all the time. But they are comfortable. They make you sweat if you think they ain't warm enough in the winter. I'll tell you right now, they are warm as shit. They make me sweat.
I just wear that and put my vest over it and Gucci.
They are very warm, very comfortable. They got the plane riding one, which Nick has had interest in. If he ever gets it, goes on to one of these many flights.
I have the travel one. I got to get the airplane one.
If he gets the airplane one and he goes on these flights, he can let you know if it's worth it or not. It looks pretty comfy.
See, I'm going places that are warm though.
Yeah, but you get it on the plane. Fucking throw that shit on. You just pull the visor down. And you sleep it off. Then you take it off when you go to leave the plane. You'd be good.
Guys, I'm going to be in Texas in 2 weeks at Houston when the Sox are there. They're opening series against the Red Sox. I'm going to be there that Monday night. If you guys are from that area or from Texas, I'll be out that way. If you guys see me, I'll sign an autograph for you guys. I don't really have one. I got like chicken scratch, but I'll be out there though.
Listen, and we're also on the note of that Red Sox game on the 18th. We'll be attending my daughter's first game. We're going to be going there, so we might catch us on a live on TikTok on the Bostoianthoughts live.
So yeah, you catch us out there. I will be there.
Nick will live there, so Nick will be there quite a few times.
I am there. I'm there the 5th.
He's got free parking. He's going to be there.
I'm there the 18th with Paul. I'll be there the 20th. I'm sending my mom on the May 3rd because
probably a dozen more.
All right, let's get back to the free agency before we get into the whole.
No, the number 2 best team in the NFL, Nick. Who do you think it is? Give you a guess.
I'm gonna say people are gonna say it's the Kansas City Chiefs, but I know you hate them.
No, it's the Browns. There's a joke.
You asshole.
I went with the Jets being one of the worst ones. I had to do one for the Browns because we all know they are just awful. Now, I will say, though, they have done a lot of offensive line tinkering. It looks like they did sign a tight end, Jack Stoll, 1-year deal. Offensive tackle, Titus Howard, acquired in a trade with the Houston Texans in exchange for a 5th round. And then he signed a 3-year, $63 million extension. Tavon Jenkins, offensive tackle, re-signed with the Browns. Zion Johnson, 3-year, $49 offensive guard.
I farted.
Offensive lineman, Elgato Jenkins, expected to sign a 2-year deal. And then linebacker Quincy Williams.
They do need offensive help, though, on the offensive line.
Well, it looks like, who I'm saying, the Bengals didn't do shit. They just signed 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. Traded for 1, so signed 3. One of them was a re-sign. So, again, cut that down to 2. All right? So
listen, right? Who are they going to start at quarterback?
That's what I'm saying. And
that's a good question.
You know who wants to be drafted by the Browns? Fucking Beck. Carson Beck, whatever the fuck his name is. He's like, I'd love to play for the Browns. I'm like, dude, they have 6 quarterbacks.
Bro, they got 2 quarterbacks. You're just gonna be in a shuffle of people that don't even need to be sitting.
A lot of people I've heard from some Browns fans, hit or miss. They don't really care about Shador. It seems like he's got a fan club, and that's all that cares about Shador. It's not really the Browns fans. Deshaun comes back this season if he can survive an injury. You might have to wear a bubble. I don't know. Might have to give him a guardian cap or 2. But I think the Browns fans are in for one hell of a stupid fucking spring training or preseason circle jerk of quarterbacks.
Dude, you got Dylan Gabriel, you got Moneybag Shador Sanders, and then you got fucking Deshaun Watson.
I will tell you though, I am pretty excited to talk about this next team. I'm sure you should know we're still in the AFC North, so you should know who the last on the batting order is.
Steelers.
The Steelers, and I think they had one of the winningest free agencies so far with the terms of what they got, especially the recent signing. Not even just Pittman, the recent signing of Rico Dwaddle, 2-year deal. to 12 and 2.5.
That's what. Do you know what I am very surprised though is that they already had a committee and running backs there that you're going to go out, you're going to
I don't
sign
think they
another running
trusted
back.
that committee. I think it was always supposed to be the Warren show, but I don't think they were sold on any of their running backs this season because they really didn't look all too hot. But again, that can also be the offensive line too.
So you go out, you got yourself a running back, you got yourself a wide receiver, you got. I know they got a couple.
We
other
talked about it wasn't me and you that talked about this, but I think that the Colts doing that trade with the Steelers was the worst trade in history. It's going to bite them in the ass. I think that was the dumbest trade.
You re-signed Pierce, but you should have kept Pittman too.
Well, the thing is they're basically saying that Pierce is the number one, which he never was. He was never the number one. It was always Pittman. But because Pittman was always double covered, Pierce looked great. So now
they did that because they signed him to they signed Daniel Jones to an $88 million guaranteed contract, which goes up to anywhere.
We're going to talk about him when we get to the Colts because I have not even a hot take. If you're anyone normal, this is not a hot take, but Dan Jones is a greedy fucking bastard, and I think he shouldn't have even been given.
You wanted we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. I'm not yet.
We'll get there.
We'll get there. Yeah.
My thing about the Pittman one is still crazy because now that Pittman's gone, there's no one to take attention off of Pierce. Pierce is going to show you very quickly that he is not a number one player.
Not at all.
I think that's a fail. They also signed offensive tackle Jack Driscoll to a 1-year deal. Defensive lineman Cameron Hayward, new 2-year deal. They got defensive lineman Esai Adamau. I'm terrible with some of these names. Can we start naming children normally for me, please? I don't know how to say some of these. I'm butchering them. Linebacker Cole Holcomb, cornerback Jamal Dean, and cornerback Sante Samuel Jr. re-signing, and safety Darnell Savage. So that's the Steelers so far to date. And then we'll be getting
a quarterback.
Yep, we're going in now to the AFC South. I don't know who they might get for quarterback. They could sneak in and grab Kyler Murray. Who knows?
They're hoping that they have Aaron Rodgers re-sign, but I don't see him re-signing. I think he's got a chance to go to Minnesota.
He wants to go to Minnesota, so
he does.
The problem is apparently Minnesota was very high on running in and grabbing Kyler Murray. So we'll see what happens in the next day or so because Kyler was officially cut today. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I just look at it this way where you can look at it where Kirk Cousins could be an option that goes to Pittsburgh.
Now this next team, I've always had high hopes for them because of the quarterback, and I know everyone shits on him. And I'm sure
you're still gonna get your jersey. I'm gonna be there. Do you want me to go pick you up one? I'm gonna be 20 minutes. I'm gonna be 20 minutes. Do you want me to go see if they got any on sale, from an older style jersey?
They have the cheapest shit. I will wear a CJ Stroud jersey. I will say the reason that I love this kid is because he should have been the first round pick over Bryce. Yes, did I lose money? Yes. But also I still believed he had more talent than Bryce Young, and he has proved it by making it to the playoffs twice or thrice, I believe. And then he had an absolute horrible game in New England. I'm obviously, I gave him shit for that too because that was in part him. But it looks like the way they're moving,
you got those interceptions though.
All the work that they've done here, it looks like they're in win now. Like they're pushing to win here. Like they're not taking a cut. They fucking paid people. We're just going to start with the very first one, which still confused me at first until I saw they cut Mixon, David Montgomery to the Texans. Do I think he's a number one? Not really. I think he's good because he had the Jahmyr Gibbs tandem. I don't know what the tandem's going to look like with Montgomery and Pierce or whoever that other backup's going to be because it ain't going to be Mixon. I would have kept Mixon unless he has to have something serious wrong. I'm saying it now. Houston's not telling us what's wrong with him. There has to be something real bad.
I told you he didn't want to play for Houston.
So they traded him, which I thought they traded the house for that, but I'm not going to agree with that trade other than the fact that they got Montgomery.
They needed linemen, and they traded a lineman.
Yeah, they traded Juice Scruggs. What a name. Then they had, so this is a little crazy too, tight end.
Did they sign anybody for the O-line?
We're going to find out. I got a huge list here to read through. Tight end Foster Moreau, tight end Dalton Schultz, an extension. Here we go. Offensive tackle Trent Brown, $7 million. That was a re-sign.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They did get Trent Brown. I forgot.
And then they got Braden Smith signing a 2-year deal. Offensive guard Ed Ingram re-signed. Edge rusher Donnell Hunter signed a one-year, $40.1 million extension.
They gave Hunter that much money
for 1 year. Not like crap. 2 or 3. 1 year, $40 million. Defensive end Logan Hall. It is including it's also including $30 million in a signing bonus.
That's how they did it.
Fucking $30 million signing bonus.
So instead of him counting towards the cap, he's really only gonna make
Making
10 million.
Yeah,
But they gave him $30 million up front.
I would have taken 30
That
million.
is that is
You want to sign
wild,
me to a
bro.
signing extension bonus for 30 million? Sign right now.
That is
Defensive end Logan
wild.
Hall signed a 2-year contract. Defensive lineman Naquan Jones. Defensive lineman Sheldon Rankings. Linebacker EJ Speed. Reed Blankenship signed a 1-year safety, and he got 16.5
They got
guaranteed.
Blankenship.
Yep, he was signing recently.
They already had a good defense. They didn't need to get any better.
No, but this is what I'm saying. I don't think there's a ton of offensive lineman options out there. But now we're going to move on to another controversial team, my least favorite on the market right now, because I'm pissed they traded him. Fucking Colts. Fuck them, dude. Terrible team decisions. Yep, they are AFC South. Daniel Jones signing a 2-year 88 that could be worth up to $100 million with incentives, more than 60 guaranteed.
No, they only give him 60 guaranteed out of the 88 million. I thought 88 million was guaranteed.
Nope, 60 out of it. 50 million in the first year guaranteed. So 10.
He did say he wants 50 million a year.
You have to be a greedy. This team brought you back to life, gave you a starting job again, and you have the nerve after an injury like this to say, "I want 150 million." You, sir, should not be in the league. I don't like you. I've never liked you. I think you're a scumbag. I think you're in it for the money. I don't think you're in it for the team. And that's just a scumbag thing to do as a quarterback. Yes. Take him to church. I just think Daniel Jones, I don't wish this upon anyone, but God forbid if something were to happen to you, I would not shed a single tear this season. I don't care. And Indiana's Colts, I will laugh at you when he gets hurt. I will laugh at you until the fucking cows come home, because your season, I hope, goes in the shitter. And then you trade Michael Pittman because Daniel Jones made Alex Pierce look great, who was being guarded by no one, because Pittman was always being doubled up.
This is what Paul felt when he heard that Pittman got traded.
Yeah. I beat you to it. I knew which one you were going to play. And then they've been quiet since. They had an edge signing for Arden Key.
Did you see that I just added that? Is that what you saw?
Yeah, and I also saw it. I figured that'd be the one screaming man. Defensive tackle Colby Wooden acquired in a trade with the Packers in exchange for Zaire Franklin, and they re-signed their kicker. Another team that lost a lot of people, we're moving on to, but didn't really make a lot of noise in signing people and sound like they got punched in the face, was the Jags. They let Etienne. He's gone. He went to the Saints. Yeah, he took the train right over to New Orleans. They did sign DJ Dallas and Chris Rodriguez Jr. for 2 running back signatures.
Chris Rodriguez Jr.
Yep.
What time has he had in the fucking league?
He signed a 2-year deal. Wasn't he on? I'm pretty sure he was on Washington last season, was he? Briefly. I think he was.
But how much time he really got in the league though to go over there and get a bag? Any kind of money though?
He signed for a 2-year 10. So
listen, guys, I know I shouldn't be talking shit or anything like that because I'm not in the league, but like still.
They signed to tight end, re-signed Quentin Morris, edge Dennis Gardeck, defensive lineman Matt Dickerson.
There's a lot of people that don't even really sound like. The only one that I really think that's really good so far was the fact that we got Romeo Dobbs, which is iffy. That's a 50-50. Okay, then you got the Bills getting DJ Moore and Bradley Chubb. Like there's people that are picking up a lot of guys that are not really big splash names though. Like a couple of the trades, yes, but other than that, like a lot of these like nobodies are getting signed.
This next team, I'm going to probably skip right over because I'm just pissed at what they decided a guy was worth. Again, the Tennessee Titans, man. I don't know what y'all are doing. Y'all signed like mad defensive pieces for no fucking reason. The Titans have really
got no offense.
That's what I'm saying. They've never really been known to have defensive issues.
What? So what?
They've never been known to have defensive issues. It's really been an offensive issue. So they signed Mitchell Trubisky, nice quarterback addition to the backup slot. And they signed one of the most overpaying contracts to Wan'Dale Robinson, who was atrocious in New York.
I just want to know why the fuck you go get Mitch Trubisky.
Someone's got to take him as a backup.
He's been the backup in Buffalo. I'm surprised he left.
They must not have offered him a resign, or we're never going to try to.
Yeah.
But my biggest thing with that whole thing, out of your offensive decisions,
I wanted
get
Robinson.
one down. I wouldn't want him. He was terrible in New York. He was useless, and he was like the number one over there. There was no one really to throw to over there. He should have shined. Like that. That's
fair to say. I don't think that Jackson Dark's that great.
I mean, we'll see this season with Neighbors coming back. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll
maybe
see.
Scadaboo. And if anyone's going to fix the organization, it's going to be Harbaugh, because I still don't think Harbaugh was the problem in the Ravens organization at the most part. So we're going to see. If you want my bet of the season, Giants make the playoffs this season. Put it in. Lock it in right now. They'll make the playoffs.
Let me get my DraftKings up.
Lock it in. Put $5 on it. It's probably still a big payout because it's probably no one expecting them to make it.
I think we're all expecting them to make it now since they got that addition of Harbaugh.
I don't know, because they didn't really. We'll get down to them and see what they added, but I don't think they added much.
They got Isaiah Likely.
Yeah, which I still think this fucking. I'm waiting to see the Patriots tight end move that's worth a damn, because you let Hooper walk off to the Falcons, go back there, and then everyone rumored them to get Likely, and he just said, "Nah, I'm going to go to the Giants."
Wait, what's the score of the Mexico-Italy game?
Italy was winning. I don't know by how much. Live score. Yeah, Italy's winning 9-1.
Let's go.
And bottom of the 8th, bases loaded, 2 outs. Duran's on Mexico, bro. You should want Duran to win.
No, because they would have had to have scored at least 5 runs in order for Team USA to move on, or Italy had to win flat out.
Oh, well, Italy won flat out.
Giants are plus 300. That's it.
That's fucking horse shit. They haven't made the playoffs in how many seasons? You're going to say $3?
Bro, $5 only gives you $20.
All right, put a hundo on it.
I'm good.
Denver Broncos, they made nothing too notable. There's a lot of re-sign. Actually, their entire thing's been re-signs. They did re-sign J.K. Dobbins, which I think is smart by them. He did play well for them. They re-signed Sam Ellinger as a QB. Now we're on to the team that everyone had their eyes on, to see what they would do in this offseason now that they fell apart and missed the playoffs for the first time in a long time. Kansas City Chiefs. They walked in and stole them right out in front of Seattle. Seattle thinks Charbonnet is the way to go.
Seattle wasn't going to re-sign him because they were going to have to give him too much money.
And you know what my problem is? When it came to the playoffs, he carried your organization across that finish line by yardage and touchdowns and the way he played.
Look what he did in the Super Bowl.
And you turn around and say, "You're not worth the bag. We're going to trust Charbonnet."
They're like, "You're done. You're done."
We got our one Super Bowl. We're going to get that Super Bowl, and now we're going to just be done. Because I'm sorry, but Seahawks, you're not doing it again if you let that happen. I'm sorry. You can only rely on JSN for so long. My Rams signed Trent McDuffie just to help deal with you guys, and so help me God, I hope Shaheed fucking breaks his ankle. I hope he breaks every bone in his ankle to the point where he needs fusion surgery.
He's gonna get like 100 yards first game against you guys now.
I hope he trips on a cat running across the field.
No, you're jinxing them right now, hardcore, and you're just. They
re-signed one of our old guys, Tyquan Thornton. Oh my God, everyone's so happy. Travis Kelce's back for another year. Oh my God, yeah. Kind of done dealing with Travis Kelce. That was pretty much anything notable. The Raiders. Now, for me, it seems like on the news side, the Raiders have been doing way more, but they don't have a lot of shit listed here for them, which is kind of shocking because I feel like they were signing just about everyone. Jalen Naylor went over there. A little bit unnotable in my opinion. Naylor's not really ever been anything spectacular.
No, but he can get you a couple yards, a couple games if you need him to, and he comes up big sometimes.
They took Tyler Lindenbaum from the Ravens, which was a shocking one for me. I didn't think he was going to go there.
It's like, here, I'm going to tell you, right? They were like, we're going to send you Max Crosby, right?
Yeah.
So we can sign Lindenbaum so you guys can't re-sign him. And then we know he ain't going to pass the physical and you're going to want to back out of the deal. Now we're going to have Max Crosby and Lindenbaum and you guys can suck my dick.
I will say too, they
Hey,
addressed. They
can I say that on YouTube?
Whoops.
Sorry.
We got 2 edges on the Raiders. They re-signed one and signed Kwity Payne. So they were trying to address that ahead of time. They did sign Quay Walker as well. Let's see. We got the Chargers, who signed Cole Strange, Trevor Penning.
Ew, they went and got Cole Strange to get our sloppy seconds, bro.
I will say they re-signed Khalil Mack to 1 year. I was really hoping he went somewhere else, just so we could see him go somewhere worth a damn.
No, he's had a 1-year deal because he's like getting ready for retirement, bro.
I'm surprised. Ain't he still young? Is he like 29 or something?
Khalil Mack?
Yeah, I thought he was younger.
No.
I'm about to find out. I gotta find out now before I.
I'm already Googling it.
Oh, he's 35. I was way off. He looked so much younger.
Yeah, look, you're like 6-7 years off.
Remember, everyone, black don't crack.
Now you're really gonna get us kicked off YouTube today.
Hey, that's a compliment. They be looking like they're fucking 25 for life. Let's see. NFC East. Them boys. Re-signed Javonte Williams. Obviously, they franchise tagged Pickens, which pissed me off because I was hoping to see a fight for him. Sam Williams, Rashawn Gray, Odio Obanya. Dear God. I apologize to any NFL player if they ever watch us. I doubt they will, but I can see it.
Listen, Justin Herbert just needs to get over the hump.
Let's see. We got New York Giants, who signed Gunnar Oslewski, wide receiver, re-signed.
Osetsky.
Listen,
you are horrible with names.
Listen, that is you read that out and tell me that's how you pronounce.
He was on the Patriots before.
Listen. Without hearing it for the first time, I want you to read that out and tell me how you'd fucking pronounce it.
Where the fuck's the name? Type it in the private chat.
This is friggin'. I'll text it to you. I want you to read this out.
You're right there. You got better fingers in there.
Chat?
So you go down to the tab and go to the private chat.
I have comments, but where's that? You mean notes?
No, it's under notes. It goes people. It goes private chat.
Private chat. This is the spelling of this name, and tell me you'd say it right without. And I want some dead honesty here. I don't want. Oh yeah, I would say it right. That's supposed to be an O there. O-L.
Yeah, I was about to say.
It's O-L, and then the rest of that. You tell me you would say it and pronounce it exactly the way that it's supposed to be said and pronounced.
Oh, Osetsky.
No.
Osetsky.
That looks like Zawuski with just the way that ending goes.
No, no, because you gotta like sound it out like and how the letters are like that and shit. You just gotta go with it.
No normal person, I'll put money on it, would read that right on the first attempt.
See, it would have been like Zesky, but you didn't even say that. You said something else.
I'm telling you right now, I'll put money on it. No one will say that right on the first time. A normal person.
I would never have said it the way you said it, though. I would have never pronounced it.
But I'm saying no one would say it right immediately. I don't care who you are. That you look at that and you go, what the fuck is that? There's like a vowel, an L, then an S, a Z, an E. Like, no.
We're silent.
I don't care. You don't need it then. Get rid of it. You don't need it then.
Go tell that to whatever like
I will. I'll go tell it to the parents.
He is. I don't know what he is, but go tell that.
I'll tell the parents. Isaiah Likely. Look at that. I can say that one right because it's fucking normal.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Greg Newsom the second. You can say that one right.
Which one?
Greg Newsom.
Somebody's in your kitchen.
Yep. So we're going to move on to the Manders, who apparently did way more than I thought because I haven't seen much about them in the news here, but a lot of it's re-signed, it looks like. Re-signed to Mariota, obviously. Treylon Burks. All right, we're not going to say that one. Tight end.
No, you gotta try.
Okawahu. It's 2 Ks like almost back to back in between. A Kongwu. Like, That's not how I'd pronounce that ever.
Dude,
I'm glad I'm not a teacher.
just think of this as the Keenan, not the Keenan and Kel show. What's that other one?
Dude, if I was a teacher, you know how much trouble I get in for butchering these names every single day. You could tell me how to say it. I'll probably forget it the next day and say it wrong. Laramie Tunsil, they signed away from the Texans. They ended up getting Nick Algaretti. Andrew
Laramie
Wiley.
Tunsil wasn't with the Texans last year. He got traded to Washington last year.
Did he? Because it said it's signed a 2-year deal. It's not a re-sign.
He should be a re-sign.
He's not.
Yeah, that's a re-sign. Laramie Tunsil was with them last year. He was traded to them last year.
Because everything else they've put on here has been re-signed and been correct.
Yeah, Laramie Tunsil was traded to them last year. Before the season started.
Yeah, it says a contract with extension. So it's their first error. They did get the signing of Chase on, right? They also got another edge in Omenhu. Then they got edge. Wow, they went edge heavy. They got Odafa Owe and Dietrich Wise.
Dietrich Wise.
So they went edge heavy.
Dietrich Wise is also a former Patriot.
Your other favorite team, the Bears.
Yeah, fuck out of here.
They re-signed Case Keenum, my old boy from the Rams days.
Yeah, pound sand.
Khalif Raymond, wide receiver. Offensive tackle Braxton Jones re-signed.
Hey, when the fuck do you guys have Case Keenum?
Huh? We had Case Keenum briefly. We had him for a season. He was one season. I only remember because I played Madden and he was on there one time. I was like, why the fuck is my backup Case Keenum?
I had to play Madden to figure that out.
Yeah. Then center Garrett Bradbury, who we traded to them, which shocked a lot of people at first because, like, what do you mean? And then they didn't realize
it wasn't a shock thing. It was a cap thing, and he sucks.
A lot of people thought it was shocking. I'm just saying. I'm not saying you did. I'm saying a lot of people like, why'd you just signed him? Why'd you trade him?
Why'd you trade him? Is because he sucks.
Devin Bush signing a 3-year, $30 million. And then they signed safety Kobe Bryant.
Kobe.
Detroit, the only real signing of any notice, to my opinion, was the Isaiah Pacheco. And they also signed Teddy Bridgewater.
Really? They keep Teddy Bridgewater employed?
Yeah, that's who I thought was working at a college.
No, he came back at the end of last year.
Green Bay had an offensive line re-signed Sean Ryan. Zaire Franklin acquired in the trade with the Colts. And Hargrave, defensive lineman. And a cornerback out of Benjamin St. Just
look, you're in the right division. Just tell me what the fucking Cowboys did.
Your boy Aaron Jones signed a revised contract with the Minnesota Vikings. Hopefully you don't end up with him in the next fantasy draft because he was abysmal for
I drafted him.
I know. He was pretty abysmal.
He wasn't. He just didn't fall there. I drafted him.
Linebacker Eric Wilson, James Pierre cornerback, Thomas safety, and DePola.
Just get to them boys so I can make fun of them.
Oh, we already went to the Cowboys. We already ran through the Cowboys.
When the fuck we go to the Cowboys?
We ran through them a while ago. They went through with Sam Howell. I said they re-signed Javonte, and then I told you I was pissed that they tagged Pickens because I wanted to see a fight for him.
Oh, whatever. We talked about that off the side though. That's not even fair, bro.
NFC South.
Not even
the best team ever, the Falcons, signing Tua Tagovailoa to a 1-year veterans minimum.
It's the dumbest shit, dude, because him and Penix both have the same kind of throwing motion, and they're both lefties.
Yep. But you know what's even funnier? Is Tua doesn't even really have to try to make the team because he's getting paid $40 million from the fucking Dolphins.
Yeah.
He signed for a $1 million. If he fucks up in training camp, he can be like, oh no, bench, here I come.
I'm going home. I'm gonna go sit home and make $40 million. Oh my god! Like
I wouldn't even be trying. I'd be like, oh, he's down there somewhere.
It's horrible, bro. It's horrible.
They signed Jahan Dotson. Zacchaeus signed over there. Almeida Zacchaeus. Hooper from the Patriots. Kyle Pitts franchise tag. They probably still
I hate that they did that.
Yep. Aziz Alawari signed over there. Christian Harris signed over there. And Nick Folk.
Nick Folk. Well, they actually got a kicker that's actually competent.
Yep. Wasn't he supposed to be over there already? He was trying to go that way to begin with or something because of family. That's why he didn't come back with the Patriots or something.
No, we didn't resign his ass. We wanted to go draft a kicker. Like, who the fuck drafts a kicker?
Patriots do.
Yeah, we fucking clearly do.
Big signings for Carolina Panthers. They signed your old boy Kenny Pickett, $4 million 1 year deal. We did some wide receiver stuff. Got John Mechie III, who was on the Texans. David Moore re-signed. Offensive tackle Stone Forsyth.
They got a couple good linebackers over there now.
Yep, center Luke Forder signed a 1 year deal, and then they got this one was crazy. Edge Jalen Phillips from the Eagles.
I know. I was surprised that the Eagles let him walk.
4 year, $120 million.
After they traded for him last year.
Mm-hmm. And then they signed linebacker Devin Lloyd, and then Isaiah Simmons, cornerback Caleb Evans, and
a lot of things, man.
Jansen. We'll see if that improves them because their quarterback play has always been shaky, and I really don't think they did much on the offensive line. Again,
I just think that when you have somebody who has a high ceiling as a quarterback and he gets off to such a fucking slow start, he needs to ball out the way that he balls out mid to late season. That's the only way that they're going to be able to play really well.
Well, that defense, whoever the defensive coordinator was for them last season, turned that defense up to like $1 billion when certain teams played them.
Yeah, but they need to just contend all year, not contend late in the season to try to make that playoff push.
Yep,
got to contend all year.
We'll hit briefly on this team because they really have two biggest splashes. We'll hit the big ones. Travis Etienne, Saints. Noah Fant signed over there. And then Caden Ellis. Sorry, 3-year deal.
Yep, and then who's going to get cut now is Alvin Kamara. And then he said that he gets cut or traded anywhere, he's going to retire.
Which he probably will. Buccaneers swooped in and got Kenneth Gainwell. Tight end Kate Otten returned. And obviously, we'll mention it on the Niners roundup, but I was shocked that Evans is no longer a Buccaneer. It's one of those guys you kind of hoped he played there until he retired. He was there for 12 seasons. It's kind of like, man, it ain't going to look the same that Evans ain't there. So
nope, he's going to be in a Niners uniform.
They only had 4 pieces of work on the Bucs, so nothing crazy. The biggest one was
who's still out there? Deebo Samuel.
And I know why he's out there still. He's a diva. He's probably in the same realm that Daniel Jones expected. Handbag, a fist of shit. So we'll go to the Cardinals, who had a pretty notable. I want to say they did pretty good sneakily for some of the stuff they were picking up, little pieces here and there. They got Tyler Algier, and they signed Kendrick Bourne, which I thought was great. I like to see Kendrick Bourne get used. I think he still has some football to show people, and I think the Patriots didn't use him properly when he was here. And I'll stand on that hill because I think he was phenomenal when he was used. And, of course, they signed the best backup in the league for his mustache alone, Gardner Minshew. Other than that, nothing super notable. Now let's get to the best team in the NFL. We all know who that is. The best team in the NFL, who should have won the Super Bowl this year, had a guy not fumbled a punt like an idiot. The giant best team, the Rams. The Rams. Haven't done much since the first initial move, but the biggest move, which you've seen, I saw, Trent McDuffie, fixes the cornerback issue for us tremendously. And then they signed his buddy Jalen as well. So there's going to be a cornerback fight it out in camp as well to push each other to play better. Again, looking at that first-round pick, the Rams are like, I don't like you. Get the fuck out of here. And they sent it over to the Chiefs. Listen, I actually prefer this strategy by the Rams. I know a lot of people would like draft picks in the first round, but no one wants the quarterbacks in the first round that are going to be taken, which is the one guy going to the Raiders. No one else, if you want the guy you were talking about, said it's not really worth it. Simpson, was it? Samson? I forget how you pronounce it. Samson or Simpson. But that kid's not going to be worth that first rounder. I think this season it wasn't a really good quarterback-heavy one, and that's really the biggest piece we would draft because we need someone behind Stafford.
If you go get Samson, though, you're just going to look at another guy who sucks.
Exactly.
I'm an Alabama fan, and he didn't do shit for us, and we lost 38-3 in the playoffs.
So when I think about it, am I really upset that they traded this year's first again? Not really.
No, sir.
Actually, I think they still have the first round pick still. So they you
got like the 15th overall pick.
Yep. So in my opinion, you know what's going to happen at
Trade
that
him.
pick? Yep, they're going to trade it. They're going
Trade
to
him.
call. Someone's going to call and be like,
Trade him.
"Hey."
Look at AJ Brown.
Well, no. The other funny thing is that the people were like, so people were saying that they think that a lot of teams are going to call for the guy you said who sucks, and like, "Hey, we know you don't want him, but we do," and then they're going to fish around and see who will give them the best offer at that pick for that quarterback. So if it happens, I'll be happy if we get a good package. Then they signed Jalen Watson. They signed a lot of cornerback. I wasn't too thrilled with Cameron Curl re-signed. I mean, he's good, but he wasn't amazing. And then they signed Joe Cardona, long snapper. I guess that was like a joke signing.
Another. He's a good center. He's a good long snapper though. He's good on special teams though.
Supposedly, Tyler Higbee resigned for a possible retirement contract, 2-year deal. So he might be gearing up to get out.
Tyler Higbee, I'm just playing.
Moving on to the Niners, and now we have to see Mike Evans a lot more. Signed a 3-year deal over there. They signed an offensive tackle worth $12 million. Defensive tackle. Never mind. I'm not going to say. I don't care. I'm not saying it. I'm not going to try it.
Say it.
I'm not going to say it. I will
say it.
I'll put it in our private chat, and you could try to pronounce it and tell me if you get it right.
I'll try. I'll give it a crack. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that is.
Exactly. He was acquired in a trade with Dallas. And then they re-signed their kicker for 4 years, $17 million. I wish I'd just been a kicker. I wish I had just been a kicker in the NFL, dude.
You can try. You can still try. I mean, you're 30, but you can try.
The last team, only 3 moves made. Super Bowl champs. I hate that. Feels so gross coming out of my mouth because it should have been the Rams.
Seattle Seahawks.
They re-signed Rashid Shaheed, which I was actually kind of shocked. I thought they were going to let him walk, to be honest, and sign.
Bro, who knew that all you had to do is trade away DK Metcalf and you'd win a Super Bowl?
I mean, if I'm DK, I'm pissed. I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like, you serious? I'm sitting at home saying it was Seattle's fault. And then they really just had all 3 of those were re-signs. So currently that's where we're sitting at. I don't know. I don't know if any of these teams dramatically improved. I think the teams are showing they want the improvement, like the Panthers, not the Falcons. I think the Falcons made a horrible bunch of decisions. Colts, I hope you just fail. I want you to fall on your face this year. I want you to be terrible.
I think a lot of big names are traded. I think a lot of other.
It's just going to be eyes on AJ Brown. It's going to be eyes on AJ Brown. That's supposed to be Diggs, AJ Brown, and Debo. Those are the 3 big names. That's what everyone's going to wait to see.
Kyler Murray.
I just think he's going. Cousins, I think Kyler Murray or Kirk Cousins will be signed by tomorrow. One of them's getting signed.
I hope so. I mean, I
think you'll wake up to it.
Kirk Cousins. Kyler Murray just go play baseball. He's got the contract still with the A's.
Yeah, and they're like, we'll take you.
That's cool to see in baseball.
If not, he just start at the minors. Who knows?
Yeah, he's not gonna go up. He's gonna have to work his way.
Like we talked about, we think the Titans fucked up their strategy and felt like they needed more offense. They went defense. I really hope Jacksonville does something more. I was kind of hyped on them. I was hoping they would beat Buffalo.
I was surprised that ETN left. That's a shocker for me. And to go to New Orleans on top of it.
Well, supposedly he went to New Orleans because it's near his family. Yeah. That's the reason he ended up going to New Orleans. As far as leaving Jacksonville, it makes sense to me because, believe it or not, a lot of people were assuming he was going to leave, or him and Jacksonville weren't really seeing eye to eye, and they were trying to replace him a lot. I think this season with a whole bunch of different back tryouts and shit, and they got that other kid Tank Bigsby or whatever who they're high on.
Yeah, Bigsby. Yeah.
So we'll see. It's all about development, and I guess he can't do that if you got him sitting behind ETN.
Yeah, Javonte Williams going back and staying with Dallas.
Yeah.
I think that was the best bet for him. I think that he had a good production there, and he gets a lot of targets too out of the backfield with Dak.
I don't know if they did that re-sign beforehand, but I have a feeling they may have attempted to call Kenneth Walker in Dallas.
No, it was way beforehand. It was way, way beforehand.
But we all had a feeling that he was going to go to the Chiefs. I think that was the most talked about landing spot.
I did. I said that to Tim. I said hot take. He's going to the Chiefs.
Yep. I think a lot of people thought he was going to the Chiefs because the Chiefs needed something, and then they got rid of Pacheco basically, and then fucking Detroit capitalized on that.
Yeah, dude, I said it right. I turned to Tim. I go, yo, look, bro, right? I go, who needs a running back? I go because they kept Isaiah Pacheco down in the dumps last year and just kept running it with Hunt and everything. And he's like, nah, he's rumored to go to Denver. I said, no, he's going to KC.
So according to this, the free agency still has Keenan Allen listed. I don't know if he was on a 1-year deal.
He was on a 1-year deal.
Was he?
Yeah.
So he's technically a free agent. Just saying.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Juwan Jennings out there.
Yep, it's still not signed yet. Nope.
Let's see. I just want to see. Obviously, we got Diggs, all that lovely jazz. Yeah, they got 48 on Keenan Allen, like he's a number 48. Jonnu Smith is out there. Calvin Austin III. Von Miller is still waiting. He wants to play one more season.
Von Miller, he said he wants to go back and win a Super Bowl with Denver.
Yep. Dre Greenlaw.
I'm surprised he's not signed yet.
Let's see who else. Trying to see if there's any big names. Bradley Chubb just signed, so this is not super current. Kyle Van Noy is still there. Love to see him just come back to New England for another run.
He's a good linebacker. I mean, he's still balling out, though.
Yep, 35. He's turned 35. Tyreek Hill. A lot of no noise on him. There's been no noise. No one's talked about him.
We think that he's going to be one of those guys that signs after camp because he wants to see what's out there. He's a needy wide receiver. And he wants to go to a contender, that's for sure.
He's getting up there, too. He'll be at 32 coming off an ACL.
Yeah.
Leonard Floyd is out there. Levante David. Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco would get signed 100%.
Let's see.
He's like the grandpa nobody knew they needed.
Dallas Goedert's out there, don't forget.
Yeah, he still is.
Let's see. Jalen Hawkins from the New England Patriots. Who else? We took Kevin Byard, so.
We released.
You know who's out there? You know who's still out there? Who I'd like to see the Patriots get? Njoku. Tight end David Njoku.
It wouldn't be a bad pickup. He's a good blocker and he can catch.
Bobby Wagner is out there. Debo's listed as number 15. Diggs at 12. He's still dealing with his assault allegations, but I don't know if you saw Barmore's got dismissed.
Oh, Barmore.
Yeah.
You said Barmore?
I don't fucking know, dude. I'm ready for bed. Joey Bosa.
Oh, yeah, he signed a 1-year deal last year. That's right.
Chase Son's already been signed. Taylor Decker, offensive tackle from Detroit.
He signed.
Did he?
Yeah.
DJ Reader. There's Kyler Murray at 5. Juwan Jennings listed at number 4. Wyatt Teller from the Browns. Rasheed Walker from the Packers listed at number 2. And then recently just signed Trey Henderson was number 1, but he got signed.
All right, guys, that's what we got. Next week we're going to talk baseball because it's something I wanted to get to with the Sox, but I'll hold it off till Monday. We're gonna be back Monday.
Fuck the Red Sox.
Be out there waiting for us because we just had to get this whole thing situated with our streaming because
sick.
Yeah, he got sick yesterday. Well, yesterday we couldn't figure it out at the same time, and I was aggravated. I just wasn't going to deal with it yesterday, so that's partially why we did it today. But don't forget, guys, check out our Comfort, a sponsor. Here's our code again. It's comfort.com/Paul242.
Please.
You get, I think it's 20% off.
15, I believe.
Check it out. It's I love it. He loves it. I got 3 sets. I got the travel set. I got the 2 different camo ones.
And they don't do just sweatshirts and all that stuff. They do a bunch.
Yeah, they do workout. They do workout gear. They do t-shirts, sweatpants, crew necks.
Also, please, we're on
travel bags
TikTok,
now too,
we're on
and
TikTok,
blankets.
we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we're on Kick. Please like, follow, drop comments, subscribe to wherever you can on these platforms. We want to get more people involved, so please comment during these shows. Anything you want to hear, anything you want to see. If you have a debate with us, put it in the comments. We will debate it. If you want us to debate it against each other, I'll probably lose if it's football related because I just go off feeling. But I'll still do it.
Baseball
But
too. He sucks.
yeah, I don't go by stats no more. We just go by love in here. All right, so I
He
want
does. I sit there and I was like, yo, we got this Griffin with Pittsburgh coming up, and he goes, I don't give a fuck. He's not a Red Sox.
Yeah, he ain't gonna show up anyway.
He's gonna be rookie of the year. Calling it now, but that's gonna be a take for
You
Monday.
think he's gonna get out of the
right,
farm system? You get out of here.
All right, guys, we're gonna go. See you guys next week. Roll the outro.
Roll it.
Trying to click it. Why would it go?
Oh my god. On.
All right, guys. That's not what I was trying to do, though. Catch y'all.